Hello everybody, First Month is here. Today finally I'm in our cabin and I'd like to shoot for you a test video. I think the only test video for this my only Wanger knife, this. And I'd like to remind you, this is not any Wanger by the Swiss company. This is the, seems to me like the German trademark, made as I found by a Manly company, which is in Bulgaria, in Europe. So let's go for that. This is five and a half, I believe, 5.5 millimeter thick. These 9 CR MOV, 9 CR 18 MOV, sorry. And this steel should be more, less tough and more edge holding. So, and as you can see, the general design and everything should be like more bushcrafty. That's why we will do the bushcrafty test more. Let's go for that. I'll set the camera. Sorry. So, as many times you won't see me probably, but you'll see this one and the work with the knife. So I'll start with the harder task, batoning. I've got a couple of things here. This is prepared spruce for heating. So of course I won't go through just for that. This is under 4 inches blade. That's very important. The blade is under 4 inches, so it's quite short. As I can see the crack here. Okay, I'll try this one. We'll see. Yeah, it moved. I'm counting on the full flat 5 millimeters thick spine. How can I do that? Not as easy. I didn't want to go for the first time, as I said, but I believe I can do that with this thickness. I don't want to do something stupid with the knife, but still, for the 5 mils, as I said, it should stand something, and the wedge shape should work in that way. So we'll see. Because, as I said, it's 5 millimeter thick. That's why I counted on it. I can see the knife really bent that much, but it is a little bit. Nothing wrong. It's good. It's very good. My first experience with the steel. What I found about it, it should be alright for this. Let's say, I said because the thickness. Otherwise, I won't do that. So it's somewhere here, the problem. I feel it should be alright because how it works, the movements inside the wood. I feel that, and I mean movements of the wood, not of scales or something like that. Nice. So let's check it out. No any problems. Scales are on the position, nothing wrong. And we've got this, that's why you see that. Where was the problem? Okay. So if there will be not the thickness, much easier. Okay, something. This is shorter. This is twice as long. Oh, sorry, 1.5. So it's like the knife plus the handle long. That's why that's how I prepare the wood. And this is hardwood, guys. Even it's thinner. This is very nice piece of wood. So great for 10 stick. If I want to make, let's say 2. Because I don't know the steel, so I'm a bit worried. That's why I'm a bit more careful. And that will be CPM 3B. I won't hesitate, and I'll go through faster. Another twisted wood. I hate it always when I do something like this one. Oh god, it's nicely twisted piece of wood, and this is hardwood, as I said. And what about the knife? Nothing wrong on it. Yes, excellent. So as I said, if I want to make a 10 stick out of these, so I should split in 1/4. Okay, the twisted wood says I will do something else. Just one 10 stick, and I'll try this one. It leads in a similar way, but I can use this one for as a 10 stick, as I said, because this is hard, and this one. But the first one, this one, is just not really useful for anything, just for the test. Okay, and the last thing for batoning, I don't know how you call this one. This is a piece of wood. This wood is growing, or actually the tree is growing near the water, and when you chop it down and let it to dry, it become red, but I don't know how you call that. It's kind of soft wood normally, so it should be alright, but we'll see. This is the last thing for batoning I want to do with the knife. As you can see, I don't do anything that much stupid. Nice and easy. So okay, that's strength of the blade. I call this one as a succeed. Don't see any bend, any chip, any something. It was good. So when we are on this position, tip, how sharp the tip is. And as I said, this is soft wood, and I don't wanna do some stubbing and do these things. I don't want to break the tip, because as I said, this blade or the steel isn't great for toughness. So I won't do something like that. Sorry guys, this little mess today. Everything's because it's harvesting season starts, so there are some fields out of here, so that's why there's lots of machinery here now. So this is nice hole. As I said, this is soft wood, so not something what I expect as a problematic. Why I do this? Because maybe in bushcraft you might need this one to make a hole in something like this. So of course there are other tools to make a hole in wood, but if you don't have something else, then this one should be alright. I don't even know if I'm on the right spot from the other side, but it seems to me it could be right. all these corners, so you got the edge, but this and this is also sharp, so it works like triangle, which is great. It's not rounded, which is good for this kind of work. I feel I'm from somewhere else. Now I can see it. You can set faster playing when you see this, because this gonna take a long time, longer than I want. But it came sharp. This is original edge, guys. I didn't change anything. So guys, my camera went off. I was out of space, so I finished the drilling, but maybe it's good for you. I finished the drilling with the knife, and it works. So yeah, so tip, pretty good. So because tip was alright, so I broke this my new sheath with this fire steel. That's why I came for it. That's important, because before I forget, sometimes it happened. So let's try this blade. Now, if this one failed for me, I mean, if there will be no sparks, I will be really surprised, because this is very sharp corner on either side, of course. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it must do, even with this. Maybe these are no, it's better to do it. Yeah, these are sharp. The jimping here is sharp, but it destroys your ferro rod fast. This is all right. So absolutely yes. Okay, what next? Some green stuff, dealing with the knife. As you can see, it's really nothing, but you know, as I said, under 4 inches blade, so we won't expect something else. Of course, we can take it off by this way, but this one is more easy sometimes, and sometimes more sharper for that. Okay, about light chopping, I don't expect anything like that, because this knife isn't meant for that. But let's try this one, what it can do. Even the knife is very sharp. Absolutely not recommended for it. So how to do that? Let's do it in this way, standard way. That's a different story. As I said, this is green stuff, guys. So let's make a tip. Okay, finally we go to the real knife task. So how knife slices, how sharp it is. A couple of knots, but I can tell you right now, it is one from the best slicer I had in my hand, and with the original edge. As I said, I didn't touch it even with a steel or something like that. It's just like that. For the green stuff, nice one, absolutely nice. It bites in, guys. This is great. This is great. Okay, some square nut cheese. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is fresh softwood, so let's find out how to go through something harder. This is different story. This is the same stuff as this one, or as I baton through this twisting. Okay. Okay. What about this one? It bites in, and because the wedge shape, there is really nice tension. This was hardwood. You can hear that. This is definitely 1 inch, definitely. And it's hardwood, guys. This is not something, this is not toy. I won't break it. Maybe if I use my knee, but it takes much more power. For what? That's why I got a knife. That was great. That was great. We got sheep here, so that's why you can hear them probably. So this one was a different story, guys. This one was really hard, definitely over in this way 1 inch, but this one is about 3 centimeters. So what about the blade or edge? Nothing, no handle loose even after the batoning from the top. Nice. Okay, okay. I showed you the slicing of the soft stuff, but now let's go for something harder. But this knife had no problems. This is generally interesting blade shape. I like it because the blade shape so sinks into wood, but because the high thickness relatively, it was down. I think the wood was down, I think last autumn, because the thickness is 5 and 5.5 here millimeters, so it's about 0.2 of an inch. That's really nice stuff. So it should stand something. nice and pointy. With the holding like this one, the let's say guard, this one doesn't make any troubles. What I feel is more the squarish handle. That's more bother me than the guard here. As I did the square notch on the soft material, so on the harder I will use this one, use this way. Very fast, very fast. I would say excellent, guys. For the slicing, this is the different wood. Nice. As I said, this is soft wood, or softer, not really. It's harder than, let's say, willow, but nice. Nice. Okay, what about some shavings? You can see that, how tiny they are. So you can see that it can do pretty much everything. I don't know, I'll try to burn them, but also always seems to me we've got some moisture in the air. Just the spruce usually won't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So okay, guys, I believe everything. set camera. So the knife, it came in with the sheath Kydex with this kind of tech lock. There is a rattle, as I said before, so okay, if you want to be more tactical and silent, this is not the best one, but you can fix that. So the problem is somewhere here, but it doesn't matter. It works nice. There is no problem with that. You really need to pull, but it's soft. I would add some screw here to increase the retention. It will be all right. I'm nicely surprised for the performance as a bushcrafter. That's important as a bushcrafter. It's small knife, relatively cheap for compared to the others. The steel, as I said, that was what I was worried, because don't have experience with these, and what I have read about this steel, you should be a little bit careful. Maybe that's why it is so thick. But in the other hand, you can see what it can do. Maybe when we use this steel and it's heat treated properly, we shouldn't be worried. And it's from the more cheaper side. The manufacturing, there is a problem. As I said, the handle inside is hollow, so there is a storage for a couple of items. You can put few matches, some mini compass or something like that. It's definitely there. There is about, I think I counted it, about 1.2 centimeters, so about half inch of spare space inside, because also these G10 handles are hollowed inside, of course, from the side, so it makes the pocket wider. So that's great. The sharpness of the corners, as I said, is one from the best I've ever seen. And of course, it's because the angle. But you can feel it. It seems to me like it will be a little bit hollow with even there. So you can find the corner like this one, but I can't tell you. It seems to me it's flat grinded. I'm not sure. The secondary bevel, I forget how high it is, but it slices well. There is I see now, there is some shiny part of edge somewhere. I don't know, you can see that. Simply it's a little bit dull place for about 2 millimeters. I don't know from where, what I did. It's maybe from home, maybe it was there. I believe when I did the video at home, I said something like that, so I'm not sure now. What is the biggest problem on this knife for me is the square edge handle. It's really blocky, and when you do slices, when you hold it like this one, you feel the side, and you really feel that it's really in your palm. So it's definitely not comfortable for a long time using, or maybe if you got the gloves, so it will be right. So make it a little bit rounded, it will be definitely better. This knife can be, as I said, used as a kind of skeletonized knife, so take off the handles and use the paracord. Of course, you won't probably use this sheath for it, but the knife, it becomes very light, relatively comfortable. So for someone as a backup knife or something like that, definitely one from the choices, because for the money. As I said, it was about $70-80. I can remember, somewhere like that, 80 US dollars. For me here, it's from the cheaper side. I know somebody says, well, I can have in US so many knives. Yes, but not here, because we pay the shipping, we pay the tax, we pay the another fees, which increase the price highly for the, let's say, SE and these things. I don't want to compare which of those is better, this one, that one, or that one. No, it's not important. This is made in Bulgaria, so here in Europe, so I can get this one probably cheaper than you in the USA, and vice versa. So for me, this is very good choice, and I'm satisfied with it. For the money, absolutely yes. So my recommendation, definitely yes, as a bushcrafting knife, with some bigger chopper or something like this one, or even because the sharpness and relatively sharp tip. Again, with my T1 tracker, excellent combo seems to me. And as I said, this is from the cheaper side, so different than that. So you can go 2 knives, you can go a little bit to some in the middle price. If you buy 2 knives, one relatively cheaper, one relatively expensive, you go 2 knives for some kind of medium size. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye.